At the end of the session, Rhett was like, man, I think my son would love this. I was like, yeah, for sure, man. My dad will like it too. Can't wait for them to hear it, because I just didn't know TR. In my mind, I was like, no, Rhett, send it to like Blake Shelton. I now can't imagine that song going to anyone else. That's Thomas's song. Oh, you already started a new one? That's fine. Hey, my name is Jimmy Robbins, and I wrote We Were Us for Keith Urban and Miranda Lambert. And I wrote Lights Come On for Jason Aldean. But today we're talking about a different song I wrote called It Goes Like This for Thomas Rhett.
And it goes like, hey, girl, I'm blown away.
This song was written by Rhett Akins and Ben Hayslip and myself. This was shortly after coming to Nashville and getting a publishing deal. I was signed to a publishing deal by Keith Urban, and so what that meant was all these big writers started trying to write with me because they thought it would help them get a Keith Urban cut. That turned out to not be the truest thing. I haven't had a ton of cuts with Keith, but it got me in these rooms that I had no business being in. I dropped out of 9th grade to go on tour, and then moved to New York when I was 17 and put out a record that like 11 people bought, 10 of them being my dad. And so I was very nervous to write with Rhett and Ben. These guys had written a billion hit songs, and I was a kid, 23, I think, 24 maybe, and they had to come to the attic that I was working out of. There was no heat or AC. It was the summer. They got sweaty to write this song. We tried to write a song for probably 2 hours, couldn't come up with anything, and Rhett Akins was playing a ukulele because it was sitting there, and he kind of gets impatient, and he played the little lick that turned into a big part of the song.
Make me wanna write a song.
The song just started falling out. We were actually writing it about not knowing what to write about. Like, it goes like, ugh. And we were like, well, hang on, this is starting to feel like a thing, and we found the story to put into it, but it came from necessity. I do remember feeling like this song was a hit. I don't always know that, and especially didn't know that back then. A big part of that song resonating the way it did at the time was the way the demo was done with those big stompy drums. Nobody had really done that thing, and it caught your attention. This one felt great to me. As soon as we were done, I thought we had done something, which was part of why I was like, I hope somebody massive cuts this song, which is just so funny. You try to control things, but they happen exactly like they're supposed to. It Goes Like This is Thomas's song because his voice was just perfect for it. He sounds like his dad, except I would say he sounds like his dad, but better. And I would love to say that to Rhett. I just remember going on the road with him to write after he had cut this song, and it was on the radio, and it was at like 45. Like, people were barely starting to hear it. He was on the Jason Aldean tour. I just remembered the way people were connecting with him and with that song when he was playing it. He would come off the stage and we would both be like, man, something's happening here.
Wrap my name on your heart, get to wrapping my arms, baby, all around you.
He had a producer tell him he didn't think that was a hit. And instead of listening to that, he wound up with another producer, and he cut it. Thomas fought for the song and believed in the song, and he made it his own. I can't hear anybody else doing it. That's Thomas's song. In this song, I love in the bridge where it's talking about grab my old guitar and play. I just love that it feels like we're breaking the fourth wall or something for a second and kind of letting us all in on the part of the song.
Makes me wanna grab my old guitar and play.
I feel like we didn't override it, which is a real risk in Nashville. We will out-clever ourselves and you lose the heart of the song. And this one, it's simple, but it feels genuine, and I think that was part of why it worked. This song was part of a crazy year for me. I basically went from never having a song on the radio to a triple play for 3 number ones in a year. And then also this song wound up winning ASCAP Song of the Year. From the outside looking in, it really looked like I moved to town and it all happened overnight. But I tell everybody it took about a decade to happen overnight. So it was crazy. It changed everything. I got to bring my dad to an award show. He met Reba. I became the favorite child. It was great. Because basically I've been trying to get him to forgive me for dropping out of high school ever since I did that. And this was like a step in the right direction. It's still one of my favorite songs that I've been a part of.